Yo YouTube, welcome back to another video. And I've seen a lot of people commenting, and I've just seen a lot of people asking questions within like Discord servers, mainly the EV Discord. What is the best autoplay team? And this probably is one of the better ones. So I'll just showcase to you how it works and pretty much how you have to set up. In terms of the autoplay, you don't really have to do much setup, but if you want to be more precise here, like of course I like to be more precise, you can be precise as well, but you should be able to clear every portal with this, and it does seem quite expensive since you got Luffy and Gojo Sukuna. But because of Luffy's wanted, you're still able to max both of them, which is very nice. And in terms of the team stuff, let me run you guys through it. So let me just place this team like right here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the team setup. So you got Gojo Sukuna with this burb. I got this burb right here. You see, run any burb you got. If you don't have a good burb, just run a C3 chopper. Yeah, if you don't have a good burb, run a C3 chopper and then run Contagious, his own Memoria. And then I am running Shoko. The reason for this is purely because of the store and 20% range. 20% range on placement is very nice, and of course, her her extending the stun from the Gojo of Sukuna, and of course the slumber stun from Luffy. It would be very nice. It makes it so you physically shouldn't lose because you got repulse, slow, plus the extra extended stun, so there's no way you can physically lose. You could bring another buster like Albedo if you want, but I'd say Shoko is just better for more consistency. And then I'm running a C3 chopper on her with, of course, unlikely Doctor Jack of all trait. And then Luffy, I am running this burb right here. So if you don't have a burb, just run a chopper as well. And then with Divinity, Gojo Sukuna Memoria. And then for Sprint Wagon, I am running C3 Urazu with unlikely Doctor Jack of all. And then for Tails, I am running a Fu with an unlikely Doctor. The trait does not really matter. And then for Kafka, I am running C1 Chopper with, of course, Gojo Sukuna's Memoria. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the team setup. Let me get into the actual real portals, because that is the one that a lot of you guys do want to be doing. So yeah, let me get right into that. Of course, if you're trying to, if you already have Rio, you could just replace Shoko or even Kafka or Tails with Rio just to slide it into this team. But of course, since this video is showcasing how to I want to say how to get Rio, but of course, autoplay team that most people can do. And yeah, if you don't have Luffy, you just run Alucard instead. But yeah, pretty much you can see this is the team, and I have my autoplay set up already in terms of like the specific stuff. But your farms are irrelevant. I just have them zoned out to the side because I don't want them interfering with my unit placements. I have Luffy in. I don't think I did Luffy's placement. Did I do Luffy's placement? I probably did, but I placed him like pretty much near the middle, so he's at least applying wanted to them guaranteed. This way we're pretty much maximizing the yen we do make. Gojo vs Sukuna are pretty far out. The reason for this is, of course, they have like a lot of range, as you can see, so just utilizing the range pretty much. And then Shoko right in the middle, so she's at least buffing Sukuna and Gojo. Toes, I have a one placement of Toes, so you can see I set Toes to one placement. And I set him pretty much in the middle, so he's at least covering Gojo Sukuna and Luffy. If you don't want to do all this, I'm pretty sure this team setup will work, even if you just click this and just set it to that. But you can see with the specific placements, it makes things a lot easier. And Kafka is placed right in the middle as well, so she's covering this whole little bend right here. So yeah, overall the team should be doing very easy, like very easily just clear this stuff, this portal and any other portal that you guys do run. And yeah, you'll see that we are able to max Gojo vs Sukuna and Luffy, because Luffy's going to be applying wanted instantly to these enemies, and that's why he's placed at the very front. And DPS wise, it should be very nice, because of course we got Gojo vs Sukuna who's doing a lot of damage, plus Kafka of course detonating the bleed that is coming from these guys. And we also just have Luffy for overall decent DPS as well. So no matter who the boss is, even if it's like a 4 billion Jogo, I think that's possible if like you get a strong card and then you get the Jogo portal. It could be a 4 billion HP, but yeah, it's so easy to clear even that boss. But yeah, even you could even put Yen into Shoko. So like if you wanna auto upgrade Shoko as well, even though her damage difference won't be crazy for the units you have because their base damage is so high. it could be nice to have. But yeah, Turtles, he don't need to attack because he's just buffing on placement. And yeah, I have our farms, of course, placed quite far out. And yeah, you can see overall, there should be physically no issues with this team. Like, you shouldn't struggle at all. And yeah, you can see once Luffy is maxed, Gojo Sukuna will be maxed out soon. And yeah, so you can see we already hit wave 20. And he will be maxed legit after a few more kills. And now he is maxed. And you can see this boss has 2 billion HP. And we should still clear him pretty easily. And you can see what I mean with Shoko. So like, what's that? 7.27. So not really the biggest increase, but if you want to put auto upgrade on her, you can do that as well. But you'll see this boss will be dying very easily. So like when it does get stunned, you'll see it will be a 3-second stun. And if Slumber does get applied, it will just stun them even more. And of course you got the repulse as well, so pretty much you shouldn't really be losing to this boss at all. When, of course, in normal cases, the boss will be a lot harder. But since you got repulse, slow, and of course the stuns coming in, you can see 3-second stun. And Luffy, of course, doing a lot of damage because of the amount of debuffs that are on him. It should be very easy. So after this run is done, I'll have my autoplay and auto start ready on, and I'll just pretty much just showcase maybe 3 to 5 portals on 3x speed, and you guys can see the autoplay working pretty much like perfectly. And since this is pretty much the hardest portal, because the other map, I think the Scorching Trial one gives you a lot of spare yen because it is a stronger yen map, so it should be very easy to clear that one for you guys. Only this one and Shoko's one will be very hard. If you guys don't have Shoko, you can easily just run Albedo instead. Or you could even run Rio, you can even run like there's so many other units. But I would say Albedo is a very good replacement for of course Shoko, since Albedo will be buffing Gojo Sukuna a lot more by like 40% curse damage. Or you could even put Brock down, he gives a 20% flat damage buff on placement. But you can see this was easily cleared and now will be on mute for the next like 3 to 5 portals. Okay, I think right now is the best time to bring back the voiceover. Well, yeah, pretty much as you can see, even though it's a 4 billion boss, it will still be able to clear it. And yeah, that's why this team is one of the best autoplay teams. If you guys have any other suggestions for this team, I want to say that Rio is not included because, of course, this is to obtain Rio. If you don't have Shoko, you can replace Shoko with Albedo for that buff on Sukuna. Oh wait, I mean, no wonder he's gonna clear it, but you get the point, you know. I would have ideally liked this to not be a cosmic pool because it would have shown, of course, how this team can do even without that. But yeah, since it is a cosmic pool, it makes it very easy. But you can see, let's just say the boss will be like half of this, maybe double this at this point normally. So yeah, which is still pretty decent, and the fact that it's gonna get repulsed back again. So yeah, with the amount of range you have, like you got this much range. Let me turn off autoplay. Let me turn off auto replay as well. These two. But with the amount of range you have and the amount of like coverage you have on these two units, it should be enough to clear this even with a very hard boss. So yeah, that's pretty much why this autoplay team is one of the better ones. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys got anything you want to say to me, let me know in the comments. And if you guys got any other unit suggestions, you know, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I'll see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, yeah, peace.